You want to be a winner?
You talking to me?
I'm talking to everybody because apparently the last 3 weeks we are winners, baby.
Oh
We
yeah,
are
we had a good
winners.
weekend again.
8-3 last week. Overall, now we are over the hump, 41-34,
Yep,
and that's what you call a turnaround. Last three
yep.
weeks.
I went 5-1. It looks like with my
Yep.
personal picks. So finally had a good one. I should have, that Cowboys man. I tell you what. We'll talk about them in a minute. Since they got to buy this week, we can end the conversation with them instead of starting the conversation with them.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, we're great turnaround.
Yep.
Um, again, those picks that we're putting out of those are money line picks. I don't know. I guess maybe one day we ought to just do a comparison to see how we would have done on all those picks if we had put the spread in there. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll look at that this week. If we do that again, or next time we do that, maybe we'll see how would we have fared against this point spread as well as just the money line. So,
I actually doing something different today.
what's that?
I got one pick that's not even a money line nor a spread.
Over and under?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple of those, but I didn't put them on here. You know what? We can discuss those too. I mean, I have a few that I like, but um, overall, I'm happy with the turnaround. I'm stunned as I am. It seems like at least one or two games a week. If you want to talk about the biggest game I'm stunned about, it's the Green Bay Packers and the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know you're still high on the horse. You probably haven't slept since the Chicago game,
Oh man.
dude. If all I can tell you is Caleb Williams is a very inconsistent quarterback, but he had a good game this last weekend, and hopefully the horseshoe that's up his ass doesn't fall out over the next few weeks, and y'all can keep it going.
Yeah.
I didn't, I know y'all play the Giants this week, uh,
Yep.
and I didn't. It's not one of my picks on here, but I'm going to put it out there that I believe the Giants will beat them. I'm not putting it on a bet. I'm not going to bet on it. This is just a personal feeling.
Do you think the Giants are gonna beat them?
I do. I think the Giants. I think the Giants are have the capability. This quarterback is playing good football. His team is
Yeah.
rallying around him. I mean, they're in a lot of games close. I don't know. I got a gut feeling that, and it's not any kind of personal feelings towards the Bears or the Giants. I just got a gut feeling that tells me the Giants win this game. I don't know. I guess
So
we'll find out. I don't want to hear your
I'm
opinion
gonna I'm
because
gonna disagree with
I
you.
know, but I don't want to hear your opinion. You're a Bears fan. You're biased. I'm not either
I
one of them.
I'm not biased.
You are biased.
Look, they got a running back that's hurt.
You're biased.
They are like ranked 31
Yeah,
on the most yards allowed
I
rushing.
understand.
They're in the middle or
Yeah,
towards the end of the pack of allowing
I
passing
get it.
yards.
I know it.
Here's the thing. Here okay, so cuz I'm not saying this because I'm a Bears fan. I think they're going to win, but if they can't control Dart like they couldn't control whatever that guy's name was for Baltimore
Uh huh.
because a running quarterback,
Uh huh.
then okay, the Bears are going to have some issues. But if they can learn what they messed up in Baltimore and use it on this game, then they're going to stop Dart, they're going to stop the run game, and they're going to score a lot of points
Right. Yeah.
because the Bears proved they can score a lot of points.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run. Let me see. Let me see if I can. Let me see what I got here. They lost to the
You,
Eagles 38 to
who?
20. I'm talking the Giants.
Okay.
They lost to the Eagles 38 to 20.
Okay.
They lost to Bronco by 33-32.
Okay. Oh yeah, but that was a crazy game.
Okay. They beat the Eagles
Okay.
34 to 17.
Okay.
They lost to the Saints 26-14.
Saints.
They beat the Chargers 21 to 18. They got beat up by Kansas 22 to 9, Kansas City. Cowboys beat them by 3, 40 to 37,
Right.
and the Commanders beat them 21 to 6.
Yeah.
You look at teams, they were in some of these games, and the turnaround.
When they had a quarterback. I mean, when they had a running back.
Exactly what I was going to say. The running back had a big, obviously, impact. Dart has made a big impact since they put Russell Wilson on the bench.
Yep.
So
I agree with you on that.
Okay, so I'm telling you, nobody. I don't care who you are. You could be a Cowboys fan. You could be, you can say whatever you want to say. Nobody expected Javonte Williams to run the way he's running the ball with the Dallas Cowboys.
True, that is true.
So, next man up, who's the running back for the Giants?
I'm gonna say Billy Bob. I'm not.
I'm going to tell you.
I have no clue.
I will tell you.
That's how much I pay attention to the Giants.
Well, me too. I'm the same way. There's so much here to read. Okay, well, I'm not going to sit here and try to go through all of this.
See, even the internet doesn't even know who they're running back is.
Well, there's just so much to read, to go through.
Right, and I guarantee you probably missed the name because it's probably like David Smith.
Well, I'm actually looking at the injury report. Here we go.
Scatterboo.
Oh, yeah, broke his leg or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder why he's not even on this injury report. That's crazy. Maybe
because he's on IR now.
Yeah, he's on IR. That's why. So
Yep.
if this guy stepped up to take his place, and in that game, and that was a terrible, terrible injury. I feel bad for him. It reminds me of the injury that Dak Prescott sustained.
Yeah,
his ankle. So this kid, he's going to be on a long road to recovery.
Yes, he will.
So I wish him well because he's a hell of a running back. He plays for the wrong team, but he's a hell of a running back. So
anybody that plays for the Giants is playing for the wrong team.
Yeah, that's true, especially being a Cowboy fan. Anyway, so
and being a Bears fan,
I'm putting it out there. Just not betting on it. Just want to put it out there. Want it on record that I think the New York Giants take your boys down. And I know how you feel. So
it's a good thing you're not putting that bet on there.
I'm not that confident.
Guaranteed loss bet.
Again, and I said it. It's a gut feeling. Hell, it could be gas. I don't know.
I think it's gas.
Yeah, it could be indigestion. Fuck, I don't know. But anyway, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6 picks.
Okay.
That I'm going to put out for this week. If you want me to start, I will.
Yep, go ahead.
I'm going to start with the Raiders-Broncos game.
Ah, nice.
And I think that is tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Is that tomorrow?
I think so.
Yeah. Raiders-Broncos are tomorrow night. So, I know also Dallas got a bye this week coming up, but then their opponent the following week is the Raiders. So Raiders have got to focus on Denver, and then they need to be focused. They're probably looking ahead too, thinking, wow, now we got Dallas coming in, the following week. So they've got a lot in front of them. But with that said, I still believe in Bo Nix. I still believe in the Denver Broncos, and I'm going to take them, and I'm going to lay the 9 points on this game. It was 8.5 when I wrote this down this morning or earlier today. It's now, I'm looking at it where I'm at. It moved to 9.
Yeah.
My next game, I'll continue on, is going to be Pittsburgh going to the Chargers. That is a Sunday night game. I kind of jumped in between here, but it's the way it popped up on here, and I'm still a believer. I'm still a believer in Aaron Rodgers and Pittsburgh. Again, I'm a Chargers fan. I like Herbert. He plays great and everything, but I'm going to take Pittsburgh and the 3 points against the Chargers this week in LA. So I'm going to continue to ride the Aaron Rodgers train.
Yep. I don't blame you.
I don't know, man. I just think experience in Pittsburgh is just a tough football team. Got great coaching. I mean, and I'm not taking anything away from the Chargers, but I just happen to like the Pittsburgh game, and I am not obviously Cowboys fan. I'm not a Steelers fan, but I told you I don't bet with my heart. So next one, I'm going to go to Atlanta, Indianapolis. You know what? Indy is playing great football. Daniel Jones is leading that team. This is probably their best record our best season that I can recall, and I'm going to put it out there, and I don't know this stat for sure, but I'm going to say it's probably one of their best seasons they've had since Peyton Manning.
Yep.
And they have the potential to win their division and possibly, make it through some playoff games. So I'm going to stick with them. I'm going to take Indianapolis. I'm going to lay 6.5 points at home against the Atlanta Falcons.
All right.
Continuing on, I'm going to go to New Orleans, Carolina. And I made this comment to you that I'm just amazed at how Carolina has beaten some teams that we didn't expect. They've showed up and beat some teams. Dallas, Green Bay. Now they got New Orleans coming in to their stadium, home team. I'm going to take the Carolina Panthers, and I'm going to lay the 5.5 points against the New Orleans Saints.
Wow, Carolina's giving up 5.5 points.
Yeah, at home.
Wow.
They're playing.
I thought it would have been close to like 3 or something.
Yeah, they have. Man, they've come on. They've come on some games. They showed some heart. I mean, they've got a decent record. They're, it's better than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
So
it's better than the Cowboys record.
Yeah. That's a fact. It's pretty sad. It's a true statement.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Well, I don't know. So anyway, all right, Carolina over the Saints. Then I'm going to move to where's this game? Arizona at Seattle. The team I saw play Monday night was not impressive. The team they played just didn't show up. Mental mistakes, penalties, turnovers, fumbles. Dak, he wasn't in the game. Late on throws. Just poor performance on the opposite side of the ball of Arizona. Arizona made some plays. You take Marvin Harris Jr. out of that game, Brissett has nothing.
Yep.
It's just a fact. They only had maybe 100 yards total, 119 yards, 108 yards on the ground with both their running backs. Their starting running back had 70-something yards, I believe. I don't have the stats in front of me, but I wasn't impressed with Arizona. I was depressed with the Dallas Cowboys. But with that said, I like Seattle. Seattle's playing good football. Sam Darnold's playing great football with Seattle. They've got a shot too. They've got a shot to make it through the playoffs. And, once again, team's got a better record than the Cowboys.
I agree.
Yeah. So I'm taking Seattle. With that said, laying the 6.5. I'm going to ride Sam Darnold and the Seahawks against the Cardinals this week. So put me down Seattle minus 6.5. And my final game, I'm going to go to Tampa Bay and New England. And I've always said I like New England. May's playing good football too. I can't help but tell you, every time we talk, I love Mayfield. Just the dude is something else, man.
I know.
He's just a good quarterback. He's tough. And so that should tell you I'm taking Tampa Bay over New England, and I'm laying the 2.5 points. So recap: Broncos -9 against the Raiders, Pittsburgh +3 against the Chargers, Indy -6.5 against Atlanta, Carolina -5.5 against New Orleans, Seattle -6.5 against Arizona, and Tampa Bay -2.5 against New England. So those are my picks,
man,
for this weekend.
Pretty much almost the same games. So mine starts off tomorrow night, Raiders and Broncos. The way the Broncos defense is playing and the way the shitty the Raiders offense is playing, I've got this game under 43 points. Yeah. That's the bet I make on that. I'm not even taking a side because sometimes the Broncos will win by 1 and ruin it. So I'm taking the under 43. Next game is Atlanta at the Colts. I think Colts are, and here's the thing, I'm not betting on Atlanta. I'm betting against Atlanta. Okay? I already learned my lessons not to take Atlanta, but I almost going to jinx myself by saying this. I'm taking Colts money line. They're playing at home.
Yep.
Atlanta, I don't know, man. And And not only that, Colts defense is crazy good. So
Mhm.
I'm not even worried about Atlanta. Next is Jags at Houston Texans.
Yep.
I don't know what's going on in Houston. They win some games that you think they're just gonna get blown out. Overall, they're just a bad football team. They've been going backwards the last couple of years. I'm taking Jacksonville money line. Um, Next game is Arizona at Seattle. Seattle's just playing just way too good. Made Washington look stupid. Arizona is not that impressive, so I'm taking Seattle -6. Next is Detroit at Washington. I think this is a bounce back game with Detroit, especially with Daniels being out. Detroit's going to Washington, but I see that Goff is going to go off. I'm taking Detroit money line on that. So to recap, Raiders Broncos game, I'm taking the under 43. Atlanta and Colts money line. Jacksonville at the Texans, I'm taking Jacksonville money line. Arizona at Seattle, I'm taking Seattle -6. And last and not least is Detroit at Washington. I'm taking Detroit money line. So those are my picks. So Ernie, what do you think? 11-0 this week?
I'm sure hoping so. I mean, I think we picked some good games. Are we doing the whole sheet?
I
Let's
did
skip
not.
this week. Let's skip this week.
Yeah.
Let's just go with our personal picks. Let's see what happens. I do want to talk about, this as a Cowboys fan. I got to get some of this into this segment that after that loss to Arizona, they are roughly a 9 to 10% chance of making the playoffs, according to all the experts out there. And, we can talk about Jerry Jones all day long, how passionate he is and how fired up he is. I got to tell you, and, I didn't know much about these two players he traded for. So obviously I listened to a lot of sports talk radio. I did some research, and I got to tell you that these two guys are a instant impact to the Dallas Cowboys defense. Logan Wilson, they're comparing him to Leighton Vander Esch. Leighton had a lot of injuries, but I'm telling you, that linebacker is a player. He was a player with Cincinnati. Matter of fact, I think there was a bad call against him. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was in the Super Bowl that cost them that game. It was a terrible call against him. But this guy is a player. They only gave up a 7th-round pick for him in 2026.
Yeah. Cheap.
Cheap. If you talk about bargain hunting, touche. I mean, hats off to Jerry Jones. Great move in picking up Logan Wilson, linebacker. But the one to talk about is Williams. Quinn Williams, defensive tackle. They say that he has been third in pressure since he's been in the league. This guy is all pro. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about this guy. This defensive tackle is amazing. The good thing about it is he's got 2.5 more years left. So he's not just this year. They don't have to worry about, next year, or even if they got him pretty much into 2028 before they got to worry about it. You put this guy on the field, you put Logan Wilson on the field, you get Overshown back on the field.
Yeah.
You're talking of taking a defense ranked 32nd and overnight improvement. Am I saying that they're going to make the playoffs? No. Listening to talk radio and the improvements here and some of the professionals out there that do a lot deeper dive into the stats and comparisons and possibilities, they're predicting Dallas to go 6-2. One guy came back and said Dallas go 6-2 in these next 8 games. And if they can win 6 games out of their next 8, they make the playoffs.
You think so?
Yeah, they do.
At least they have a fighting chance.
They can still make the playoffs at 9, 7, and 1.
Yeah.
Is that right? Am I right? 9, 6, and 1. 9, 6, and 1.
Right.
No, 9, 7, and 1. Yeah. 7 games. Yeah. So they can still make the playoffs. And they can still make the playoffs. They're talking about it now at 10% chance. This right here definitely moves their percentage up. So hats off, great move. They only, the run I think is they've got it shut down. If they can get some pressure on the quarterback,
Yep.
throw the timing off. That's going to help the secondary. I'm still stunned at the fact that Dallas, when they did the extension to DeRon Bland, giving this guy, 90 something $1 million, uh,
And
he got smoked. He got smoked
yeah,
Monday night against Marvin
yeah.
Harrison.
He looked like how I would play out there.
Yeah, yeah. He's a little bit better than that, KJ. I mean, come on.
Well,
You're more like
a little.
a Diggs. You sit on the sidelines, and that's another topic.
Yeah.
Diggs, gets hurt, quote unquote, gets hurt at home. He's overrated in my opinion too. Since
Yep.
he got his contract, he has done nothing but go downhill. I'm not
Yep.
impressed with him. Obviously, that's Dallas's problem right now. Is it's not going to be the running game; it's the secondary. But if they can put some pressure on the quarterbacks to throw their timing off, make up, some of the sacks that they were getting when they had Parsons, I think we got
Yeah.
a shot. So with that said, I am going to say that I'm impressed with this move. I'm looking forward to it. I think Dak hurt his ankle here Monday night, so I'm glad they're going into a bye. And
Yeah.
you know what? Every Cowboy fan right now, if you're probably not completely satisfied, but if you aren't a little bit happy at these moves, well, there's something wrong with you. Going into a bye, I am excited to see them come back against the Raiders in 2 weeks. So I'm looking forward to it. It kind of rejuvenates my hopes for, if maybe not this year, but in the future, of that defense improving from being 32nd to coming back and being 31 in the league. Anything's an improvement.
I mean, that would be an improvement.
Yeah, be an improvement. But anyway, with that said, you know what? I wish you the best this weekend.
You
Let's
too.
do this. Let's try to continue on with this streak.
Yeah. Yeah.
And go from there. There's some good games this week. There's some rivalry games. This Raiders Broncos game, that's a big rivalry game.
Yeah.
There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So, New England Tampa Bay, that's a good rivalry game.
Yeah.
So anyway, again, I'll say it. I think the Giants beat your Bears. I know you don't agree.
Well,
On it. I'm just throwing it out there. And either I'm going to eat crow or y'all going to go, great pick, Ernie.
I'm gonna tell you next week. I'm gonna say shame on you as a Cowboys fan that you say the Giants are gonna win.
Well, it's like I said, I don't bet with my heart, but
yeah,
I can tell you this: I'm pulling for your Bears.
Thank you. At least I know that you'll be rooting
I'm
for
pulling
them
for
this
the
Sunday.
Bears, and I'm hoping they win it. As a Cowboys fan, so good luck to your team.
Thank you. Good luck with
buddy.
your team being off.
Yeah, you know what? Dallas is we're gonna go 1-0 this week. So I think good thing they got to buy. I think Arizona's still scoring. Anyway, it was a fun game. We had a good time.
It was. Yeah.
We had a good time. Other than that, I mean,
to the fumble in the late fourth quarter.
Yeah, just those turnovers,
all right, let's go.
Man, just mental mistakes.
Yeah.
It should have kicked the field goal in the beginning.
Yeah.
There was a couple another one he should have kicked the field goal. There's 6 points right there.
Yeah.
Your strategy changes throughout the game if you kick that first field goal. We're talking a different outcome possibly. So,
yep.
But still, mental mistakes, too many turnovers, too many penalties, just unnecessary. So, hey, buddy, I wish you the best.
All right, thank you too. Good luck, everybody.
Everybody, thank you. Best of luck. Peace out.
Peace out.